Hello. Hi, sweetheart. We have three, a little family of three that come out here all the time.
I was down, but now I'm
Let me tell you what it tastes like.
Okay.
A leaf.
I used to be stuck in that yeah, I was down, but now I'm I was down, but now I'm up like my name Lazarus.
Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Veronica.
And I'm Teresa, and we're doing another High Desert Harvest tour. We're here at Christine's garden, and I know I've heard a lot of good things. Hi, Christine.
Good morning, you guys.
So Veronica's been telling me all about your garden and how you've got just a few really simple things, but done really well. So I'm excited to learn from you today.
And I just want to bring you this. It's a little gift for having us come visit your garden. Show
That's
us around.
so cute. I love adding little pops of color to my garden. So come on in. This is my garden. And as you can see, it kind of doubles as my swimming pool. It's just kind of the only space in our whole property that has
like gravel.
gravel. There's no dirt on the ground. So I thought, I'm going to put my pool in here.
Nice.
And I think next year probably we're going to move the pool and I'm going to add some more planters in. But
Yeah.
for now it works for me, and plus it's so peaceful to sit out here and just look at my garden, look at the trees,
Right.
really nice. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're in the month of July. We've had a very bad heat wave, and
Yeah, we've been in the hundreds for like 2-3 weeks.
Above 100, like 110, 113. It's
right. And I mean, me and Teresa have been struggling with trying to get our tomatoes to ripe, and I see so much production in yours, and we're just amazed by your aromas. But what is your beefsteak tomatoes? Very nice. And you said that you were covering them actually, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You had them covered.
I had a lot of green tomatoes sitting here for a long time, and they just wouldn't ripen. And then after I put the cover on, they started getting yellow and turning. And shoot, I used a whole bunch of them this weekend to make salsa.
Very nice. Yeah.
You could see someone's been munching on this one over here.
I wonder what that. It could be a bird, right? Does it look like a bird?
maybe
I think
a bird.
Yeah.
But I'm really pleased with how, the way my aromas came out this year. They look like little Italian tomatoes. They look so pretty.
They are. They're really nice. I really enjoy. The last time when I came to water your garden, I was like, oh, she has it so perfectly. Like there's just, and you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tomato plants, and you're getting a very good, harvest.
Well, then the other thing that I picked up from your guys' video when you said, grow lots so you can share, because you're gonna lose some, or some are gonna get picked out or whatever. And I thought, gosh, I can probably fit another Roma in here.
Yeah, I did notice too. Okay, so one of the problems that I'm having is I love to plant very densely because I want a lot, but when I go to harvest, I have to dig for them. And so I love how you can see everything. It's probably really easy to harvest because you're not having to fight through a bunch of stuff. And maybe it could be something that maybe you're getting more because there's less to
compete, right?
to compete with. So it's kind of like that balance, having enough so they're shaded, because you were saying too, getting enough shade on them with more plants, but then not having too much where it's hard to harvest, or you're having to
that's true, because they
it.
do say that if you plant them too close, they compete, and so it's hard for them to grow or something like that.
You're doing a great job, Christine. I love it.
Good.
Yeah. Let's see what else you got over here. Got your herb section here, right? What do you got?
Right, herbs. We have spearmint here, just a little bit, keeping it in a pot because you know how crazy it goes.
Yes.
And some basil. I don't use it enough, so it always flowers.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I just feel like this, and then I just kind of go like that, and hopefully they'll just regenerate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they smell so good when I come over here and water. Everything just smells so good. This
Yes.
smells so pretty, Veronica. I think this would be really pretty outside of your shed in that little pathway that you have.
Yes. What
And
is that?
It smells
Oregano?
so good. Yeah, it's oregano, Italian oregano.
Yes.
And it grows big. I wonder if it would even get bigger if you had it planted in the ground.
Yes.
I do have a couple of those, and they get
Do they?
enormous,
Okay.
like 5 feet.
They're pretty.
around.
It's a
Yeah.
pretty plant.
Yeah. Super easy to grow too, like you said. It's super easy. It smells wonderful. I even use them like in bouquets, and people are always saying your bouquet smells so good. It's the oregano.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. What do you do with your
I
spearmint?
had sometimes I'll put it in my ice water. I'll put some spearmint, and then I'll put some lemon and ginger in there in my water, and it's just kind of a refreshing little zing
Yeah.
through the day. My basil. I picked it some the other day, and I put it in my refrigerator, and it made my refrigerator smell so good. Every time I opened it, I was like, oh, it smells so fresh.
Yes.
Very nice.
So
So what else you got over here, Christine?
those are the herbs, and then over here I have my peppers. So I have my serrano peppers right here, which are doing pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, they are.
And my jalapenos, they're doing good too. I made some salsa this weekend. Actually, I used some tomatillos, and I just grabbed everything. This, even some bell peppers and my tomatoes, and I just cooked it and then blended everything up. Came out good.
Do you start? Okay, I love how much you have. Like I can't believe you even harvested already because I don't have this much and I've never harvested. Do you start them really early?
My dad always taught me tax day, so April 15th is
Okay, so
always
April.
when
Okay.
And these are not from seed. They are I buy the seedlings in the
Okay.
store, so
Okay.
that might be
So
it,
it's from
too.
seedlings in April. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're probably just a little. They're already matured, I guess, when she puts them in.
Yeah. And then these planters, we were in Yuma visiting my daughter. It was cold, so we were just looking for something to do. So we went to a garage sale, and I picked up 4 of these for $60.
Oh, nice.
And they're so nice and deep.
Yes.
So they're some kind of a military box. I can't remember what Frank called it, but anyways, it's a military box. So I just painted it white and I stuck it in here, and I love how deep they are.
Yes.
Yes.
So I have 2 more that I want to paint, and then I'm going to just kind of I think what I'm going to do is make a little alley right here with my peppers, and then that way I'm able to cover them.
Right.
If they're all in one area, I'm able to cover them once if we have a heat wave or something
yeah.
too.
And this, what is this?
This is
kind of
supposed to be a chile de árbol.
Oh, okay.
Does it look like it to you?
It doesn't, but maybe I guess they just need to, because
Because I don't remember them growing up. I had them last year, and I don't remember them growing up like that. I remember them hanging down. So the little chiles kind of look like it. But I've seen these, it seems like I've seen these like in decorative, like when they sell them. Like
yes, yeah. Is that where you
little
got it at the?
I got it at Home Depot, I think. In the garden area, but it was called a chile de árbol, and I was like, I don't know. We'll
looks like a
see.
tree.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, and then I have some more peppers over here. That was my first planter ever when I first started gardening a few
Yeah, I
years ago.
remember you were growing your peas.
Yeah,
Your-
the sugar snap peas. And oh, how pretty!
Beautiful.
Hello, hi, sweetheart. We have 3, a little family of 3 that come out here all the time.
That is so beautiful.
So cute.
And he's not even scared. Like,
No, they'll come and they kind of like get in your face and kind of buzz you a little. So anyways, that was my first planter ever. It was a drawer that I found up in our attic. And so I just painted it, and then I put my sugar snap peas in there.
yes, yeah.
And they were
I
growing.
remember you had a good harvest on there too. You
Yeah.
had like they were full.
And then here's some more of my bell peppers.
And then we
trying to hang in
were
there.
looking at your bell peppers, how they're getting some sun damage.
Yes.
There's really, I mean, other than if you cover them, I guess you would avoid that. But that's sun damage, right? From those.
Yeah, I read it. I looked it up, and it said that it was sun scalding.
Right.
And it makes sense because the other ones that I pulled, I had to pull a whole bunch of them because just like one side was burnt. And it was like what's sticking out in the sun. So
Right.
I was like, that's got to be what it is.
Right.
Yeah, I
and
was
then,
noticing that too. The ones that are covered
right,
with the
the one back
leaves
there
are not having
it's
that
like perfect,
issue.
huh? And then you
So-
say you took them in and you cut off the sun, and they were still.
Yeah, I
very-
still used them. I just cut the little face off and cleaned them up, and I stuck them in the fridge in a Ziploc, and they're crispy and delicious. They're really fresh tasting. They're good. My son loves them. My son will come and pick my zucchini and my bell peppers. He'll call me and he's like, Mom, I'm going to go grocery shopping. What do you have before I go to the store? And I'm like, come on over.
Yeah.
I put together little harvest boxes for
Oh,
him.
that is so cool.
So those are our peppers. And then over here I have my strawberries. I think I got all of these except for one from Veronica. But they're kind of suffering right now in the sun.
Yeah.
Are
So-
these the runners that you clipped?
Yes.
You clipped the runners
Yes.
and then you
Right.
planted them. Nice.
So all these right here, you could still, cut them. You see how they have the root, and you can stick it into the dirt, and it'll just develop into a whole plant, a whole strawberry plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that now too.
Yeah.
You could end up with a ton because there's
Yeah.
always those little legs
Oh, yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah.
In fact, they've started growing. When I had them
Like,
over there, they
they're
started growing
literally,
into the
like,
ground.
yeah, look at that.
Into my
And yeah, it's beautiful the way you have it. And I know most of the dry stuff is from the sun. It's just
You know
They're
what's
getting-
weird to me is that these ones aren't as dry as those ones. And I was wondering if the pot gets hotter.
I want to, you know what? I've been thinking about that same thing because I use a plastic a lot, and I feel like a lot of the stuff that I have in plastic doesn't do as well as if I had it in a box, a wooden box. I think it does have to do with the container itself too. And maybe it gets hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed too, these are plastic and this one is terracotta. The terracotta is much harder to keep watered, especially in the hot. The water evaporates a lot faster because the terracotta is like breathable. And so I know I've had that trouble too with keeping my terracotta pots. Well, I'm terrible with watering pots. You notice I didn't have much in pots.
Right. Yeah.
How do you water? Because I don't see any irrigation or anything like that. You hand water everything?
I'm a hand waterer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have my hose and I
Yeah.
come out here. When it's really hot, twice a day I come out here, but otherwise it's usually right after dinner we'll come out. I'll come out and water the garden and Frank will
So
go
you
and-
water in the evening?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I feel like it does better for me that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I water in the morning, so I don't know. I want to say that maybe you are you got something.
Just got a
yeah.
secret.
Yeah. Do you
Maybe
water in
that's
the
what
morning?
I water in the morning too. Only because they say they scare you with you're gonna have
Right.
powdery mildew, moldy,
Right,
everything's
yeah.
gonna
Right.
die.
Or maybe during these hot days,
Yeah.
they might
Yeah.
they might be enjoying it, and in the evening, they cool down. They haven't-
I read somewhere when you treat your plants, if you give them fertilizer or anything, anything that you do like that, you should do it at night because it gives you the whole night to regenerate.
Oh yeah.
And so then I thought, well, probably the same thing with watering. So that's why I started doing it
Yeah.
at night. But it works for me.
Yeah.
It works for me.
Yeah,
And
your
then I have my beautiful grapes that now they're raisins. They even passed the raisin stage. They're crispy, but they got damaged by the sun too.
Have you been eating them?
No, because they're actually red grapes.
Okay.
So they're not ready
Well,
yet.
I'm eating mine, and they look just like yours, and they're so good. They're so sweet.
Yeah, they're really sweet. It's a sweet grape here.
Yeah, let's see. I know.
It's a sweet
yeah.
grape. And you know what I
my
love
gosh.
about grapes is
Okay.
they're not like a problem.
That one was a little tart.
Was it?
They're good.
They're good though.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I think they're ready to be. I would say that they finish ripening on the counter.
When you bring them in. A lot of these over here are starting to turn.
Can I see?
Obviously, these ones are better.
Can I see one?
Sure, you want one? These ones are better on that side, I think, because it's not getting a lot of the sun.
Very nice.
So I know you can also eat the leaves of the grape. Have you ever tried the leaves before?
No, I haven't. I hadn't thought about it, but I have seen recipes.
Yeah, so I think it's the dolma from the Mediterranean places. They'll make it's like an egg roll, but I think they use grape leaves. So I've seen it done. I haven't tried it because I have not had success with grapes yet. But that's I think too. Even when I'm planting, there's so many parts of the plant that we don't realize we can use. Right? The flower, the leaf, the stem, the root. Like usually we think grapes. Oh, we eat the grape.
Right.
But, you know, there's so many parts.
You think you could put it in your salad?
I haven't tried it. I've only seen it with like grape leaves, but I'm sure you could eat it.
Yeah.
I know.
And then it's steamed, I think.
Yeah.
Why don't you try one?
Here, let me see.
It'll be a crunchy treat.
You'll be our taste tester here.
Okay. Let me tell you what it tastes like.
Okay.
A leaf. Oh, actually,
It's very green.
it's kind of like almost sour. It almost is like,
Like a
you know, the sour part of the grape?
Right. Let's try this. Christine, you gave me the one with a little bit of rust on it, but
It's like sour. And now we're going to learn that it's probably toxic if you don't cook it, right?
I know.
No, it's very sour.
It is, right? Like a sour grape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Now we know. Now we know.
It's probably better cooked.
I know.
Yeah, it is really tough. So I can imagine the steaming and the cooking would make it. But the flavor, I mean, it's
That's
like
what
a
would
zing.
probably comes through is the flavor,
Yeah,
and that's
that
probably
zing.
why they've used it in the past. And then this is my my little melon planter. So I have watermelons over here, 2 different types of watermelons over here. These are cantaloupes. I'm seeing a couple of little cantaloupes. I can't see them right now, but they're just little tiny furry little guys.
I think you have one over there, no? Right over there.
Oh, you have a big one right there,
I
Christine.
do?
It's big.
Oh my gosh!
Do you see him?
Yes!
No, the other one, the one
Another
under
one?
it. Yes.
Oh my gosh! Yay! No, I hadn't seen them.
That one is
Oh
a
my
big
gosh,
one.
how cute. Those are adorable.
Yes.
So
Can't wait
cantaloupe.
to
This
see
is
that.
cantaloupe. And then here's my watermelon. I have a couple growing here. My little baby ones here. And then
Is
one
this
of the
just
vines
one?
shot over the side.
Is this just
How many
one
plants
plant?
is that?
2. This
Two.
one was
Two.
2. 2 and
watermelon?
2.
And two.
2 and 2. So and they seem to like the sun. When we were having the heat wave last week, I would come out and everything was wilted, and then these guys were just like they were standing
do.
straight up.
They
So I'm like, you guys are good. They didn't have to be covered. I didn't cover them, and I don't feel like they suffered. So
I noticed you do have dogs. My dogs love the leaves of watermelon and any like zucchini, pumpkin. Do your dogs the leaves? They love them. Do your dogs
Really?
eat them at all?
they don't come in my garden.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't know normally.
She's visiting. Oh yeah, but my dogs love it.
So what do we have on this side, Christine?
And then,
where are we going?
well, so this little area right here is just, it's kind of just it's like a little catch-all kind of. This is a desert, the Mexican desert birds of paradise. It just landed in here, so I just let it go. And I have a pine tree growing over there too. I'm gonna have to take him out eventually. But my sunflowers, I got these from Veronica. My sunflowers, whenever they die, or whenever they were turning brown, I just take their heads and I just kind of crush them and just
And this is
throw 'em
probably
all over. So these just
and that's
all-
probably from one of your seeds that fell.
yeah,
That's a baby one.
a little
growing.
one. Yeah, so that's how this got started. We wanted to do pumpkins in here, and we did try it one year and weren't successful, and then that was last time I tried it. So
What happened when you?
I grew some pumpkins, but they were like squishy. They never really like developed. They only got to a certain point, and then they were just mushy. So
And talking about this plant, I got seeds from you, and I put it actually on the border of my my garden because of the flower. It really attracts the bees. So I would say that that's a really good plant to plant around, just to attract the pollinators.
Yeah.
Because it gives a really nice flower.
yeah, it really does. The bees
And-
love them.
Yeah, and they spread too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The seed, the pod it pops. Have you got to
Yes.
experience that? It's
Yes.
a really loud pop, and I think it's
Really?
pretty unique.
That's what these are all down here.
Yeah.
They're all seeds. And you're just sitting, usually in the heat too. You're sitting around here, it's
Right.
like,
Yeah,
and you hear them like
firecracker.
hitting stuff.
the pod crack like that.
Yeah.
They just pop and receive.
And the seed literally, like, I mean, it'll go
Shoots.
far. It'll go far. Yeah, because once it pops, it goes far. And I have one near my pool, so. And it's not that very close to my pool, but when we go swimming, we find the seeds in the pool, and they're like all sprouted, like ready to. Because they've been sitting in the water. They sprout.
I find them in my planters all the time. I'm always picking them out.
Yeah.
They're really beautiful.
They
but
are.
they grow.
Yeah, they do. They spread very well.
Yeah.
And then we got over here what we have.
And then over here we have these are my zucchinis. These guys kind of suffered in the heat wave, but these are zucchinis. I have a couple plants that Veronica gave me, and then my other ones, and they kind of stopped flowering too during the heat.
Yes.
I didn't get any flowers.
Yes.
I was surprised to see
Well, you
one.
got one here. Maybe now you might
there
want
you
to
go.
start like clipping some of these so that the
Open
pollinators
it.
could see your, get a hold of your flowers. So like these, like the ones that are just like overcrowding.
So the bees can get in there.
Start
That's a good
clearing some of
idea.
them.
I saw somebody too, and I'm trying this too because I get the same thing with the leaves getting this kind of like brown and crunchy. And I saw one of the gardeners that I like to follow. He cuts the bottom leaves off because that's really where it starts.
Yeah.
Because the bottom leaves off, and then he stakes them so they kind of grow up, so they're out of the
Off the ground.
dirt. Yeah, out of the ground,
dirt,
off the dirt, and then that kind of helps with the this happening, because he was saying that sometimes that happens too because of the water,
water.
the soil and the water, and so I'm going to try that. But yeah,
Every year
I'm having the same.
mine, these, I think they got extra crispy from the sun, but every year I get that, I think that's called rust.
Yeah,
And it's always this plant. And I think
Yeah.
it's just because there's so much foliage, and then it's all, like, it doesn't dry, you know.
Are you having trouble with what do they call the squash bugs?
No,
no,
Thank God.
no.
Thank God.
don't say
Knock on
I
wood.
know.
Don't tell them we're here.
Knock on wood, have not.
Thank God. Because I every single squash plant that I have the squash bugs in them. But that's why I kind of noticed too that as long as I keep it clean from the bottom and not as many leaves, it keeps it cleaner and I can see them, and get to them quickly.
Also, I notice when my zucchini comes out, sometimes the leaves will like squash it and it'll like shape whatever, or it'll kind of get like a scarred where the leaf is. Do you get that at all?
Yeah, the shapes definitely, like where it's growing and then it grows up against the side over here, and then it's all thin, and then it's like whoop, it's like a big old booty, I guess.
Yeah. And sometimes that happens because they grow so fast. Like once they
They
grow
do.
really fast, because I guess once they start like just developing, it's just like maybe in a week you could get a big
gosh,
old
like
zucchini.
almost I mean, just a couple days, sometimes overnight you come out and you're like, oh my gosh, this was just so little yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Do you have some in here too?
it looks like I have a flower here. I haven't seen one in a while. I'm happy to see it. And then got a couple little babies down here growing.
Okay, right there. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so you might want to cut some of these off so that the bees could find the flower and pollinate.
That's
or maybe
a
you
good
could just come
idea.
in here and hand pollinate them
Yes.
yourself. Yeah.
I do that. I actually do. I have this old makeup brush, and I'll gather the pollen from the male, and then I pollinate the female if I see them. I have to get up early in the morning though, because everything's big and open.
Yes.
But I have done that before. And then more squash. This is my golden griller squash. So it's yellow squash. It's like a yellow smooth squash. It looks like we might have a couple guys growing over
look at
here.
that. You do. I see it.
Their leaves are different. They're pretty.
Yeah.
And then looks like a flower over here. So hopefully
What do
we'll
you
get
do with
some more
those?
flowers.
Hopefully
Same
you grill
thing.
them.
We put them, most of the zucchini and the squash and the bells, I'll make skewers and then throw them on the barbecue with just some olive oil, and then that's our side dish. So,
And then over here, what do we have?
and then this is just more of the same. This is zucchini, the green zucchini, and I think this one is from your house, Veronica, from your garden.
From one of my babies.
One of your babies, and it looks like we got a bunch of flowers
Right.
going to happen over here, so
over
that's
here too.
good.
Over
Yeah.
here too,
Oh, good, good.
So this
So
will be
it's
your
gonna be
your second session, or do
Yeah,
you think, okay.
yes, because
Yeah.
I've gotten so much so far,
Wow, that's
so
great.
much.
That's great.
Did you plant these in April too?
Everything in April.
Everything in April.
Everything
okay.
went in April.
Okay.
Yeah. And then over here, I just never have been able to do cucumber. And I put some back here. I thought I was going to be lucky, and I saw a couple guys, but they just kind of shriveled up. And
You know what?
went
Are those
away.
the ones that you got from me?
Yeah.
Okay, well mine did the same thing. But like I think I told you the Mediterranean cucumbers, the one I got
Yes.
from you.
Yes.
Oh,
Those
are
ones that we
so
tasted.
hearty. Very good.
And
yeah.
delicious.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, they're so good. What-
So I'm
what
gonna
were they
get you
called?
some of the Mediterranean.
I think we said they actually. I thought they were
right. They're
Armenian.
not Armenian.
And you know,
They were Arabian, Armenian, all the names. When we had a barbecue at Veronica's one day.
Yeah.
They were all the names.
Right. So
good.
yeah,
They
you know
were
what?
so crispy
If you
and
want to
delicious.
try, you could just stick the seed right there.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll get a good. Those
A
are very
seed?
hearty.
An actual,
Yeah.
just the seed?
Just the seed.
Oh,
you stick it in
yeah.
there, yeah.
Yes, I would love to try those
Right.
because those are so good.
They
so
are
good.
really good.
So yeah, those guys are in the back. They didn't do too great. And then the tomatillos.
Look, so
they're purple.
pretty.
They're
These are my
beautiful.
gems. I love these.
These also came from Veronica.
They're so beautiful. I love these purple.
I thought I left them on too long.
No.
And then they turned purple. So 'cause
Yeah,
I
but
worked-
they are ready to harvest.
yeah. I grabbed about 6 of them this weekend and I made a salsa with them. So
They
but
taste
they're
the same as the green.
beautiful. I didn't notice the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
It's kind of hard to tell because you never eat a tomatillo by itself. It's always
Right.
with something.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, me anyways.
Right. No, you're right.
So.
But I think I thought I experienced that when you boil them, they just turn they turn green again. Like they change the color. The color changes. From
I
purple
boiled
to
them.
green.
I don't remember
Yeah.
now.
But
But
those
they're
are really-
beautiful. They're
I
so
know.
pretty. The plant is pretty. We do get that little grub worm on
Right,
here.
Right.
Frank's out here all the time picking them off. When I'm watering, he's over here picking them.
But actually, you're doing pretty good. But you see right here, you got some eggs from that one.
From that thing, that
that's
grub worm or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah. There's always something. And then you said,
wanna
Veronica, you
squeeze
said you just squeeze when you water. You just water all the leaves and everything
I do
so
because I have a
hopefully
lot,
they'll slip
so
off.
many. I have so many that like I don't want to go around picking them, so I just water them, and they fly away. So
I've been doing that since you said that. So, anyways, it's doing great. It's doing beautiful.
Yeah.
This is my first year getting tomatillos.
nice.
In the past, those little grub worms just take over, and then I never end up with anything. But these are gorgeous. They look like little Christmas decorations.
So in my garden, I have both. I have the green one and the purple one, but I have mainly the ones that are sprouting everywhere is mainly the green ones. So when I find the purple ones, I call them my little gems. They're so because I think they're so pretty. Look, guys.
Speaking of little gems.
Oh my God, he's such a baby.
Hello. Hello.
So are
Look
you
at
learning?
you.
These are tomatillos.
He's like, I might try one of
I
those after
know.
you leave.
Do the purple ones taste the same too?
I think so. Yeah. So,
And this.
That's a kiwi lime tree we bought years ago, and it just kind of never developed. It came with a couple kiwi limes when we first bought it. Actually, might be a Mexican key lime, I think. But it just kind of never. It froze at one point, and then these started shooting up. And I'm not even honestly sure if it's a tree or if it's like suckers that have grown there. But anyways. Never amounts to much more than that every year. It's kind of just stays like that.
How long have you had it?
Gosh, I'm gonna say since 2000, probably like 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, we had it at our old house and we brought it with us here.
wow.
So
Well, he's there, so I would definitely baby it. Maybe he might surprise you and give you some
yeah,
babies.
Yeah, I know
So
citrus is really hard out here because it does get into the freezing, and then it gets super hot. So, yeah, I'm still working on mine. There is somebody, we got to go visit that person who does really well with citrus. So,
Well, mine are
You
doing
do
mine
good
are
with
doing
yours
very
on the
good.
patio.
And I have mine in pots, but they're
Yeah.
under a patio.
Yeah.
So, but they do get direct sun, like for a couple hours each one, and during the winter, this winter, they got covered with the plastic. So they literally I got a couple lemons and limes on both
Oh,
trees.
yeah.
that's doing good.
Yeah,
Here in the high desert.
yeah.
Because it gets so dang cold. Anyway, did you guys want to have a little look at my my jalapenos? We can probably pick a couple.
Sure.
Let me see. I have a basket over here.
Now, do you pick them when they're green or red or both? It doesn't matter.
But I do it both. And if I'm desperate, they get picked when they're green. Green for sure. But I feel like when they've made it to red, that they're ready.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Is the flavor different when they're green and when they're
Yes. Have you tasted them?
I have had green jalapenos like from the grocery store.
Yes, I they are different. It's a green flavor. If it's not completely ready and you take a bite out of it, it just tastes like tastes like it's not ripe. It just tastes green, I guess. But
Who's gonna try it?
Not me.
might be hot. I'm scared it might be spicy. It's actually really good. It's sweet.
Roger.
Has a little bit of a spice, but not too much. Maybe an after kick. And then here's some more jalapenos. And then the serranos. These are the ones my mother-in-law loves. She can eat these when she's eating a sandwich. She just eats these. They're really spicy. But I like to pick them all and I'll either boil them. In the summertime, I usually boil them because I don't want to turn my oven on. But in the winter time, I usually put them in my broiler and kind of roast them up, and then with some onion and garlic.
Or like Priscilla over here, she likes to wrap them with bacon.
Yes, those are good. There's a few, and we can probably pick some tomatoes to go along with these, so I can
a good salsa.
make a salsa.
Have you tried growing cilantro?
I did, but I just
It's really, I don't know, for me it's really
too
hard.
sparse.
How about you?
Oh, I love
can't
growing
use it.
cilantro.
No.
The only thing is, I have been starting to grow it when it's cooler because it does bolt really fast. But I've had really good success, and you can eat the seeds. So you can eat the flowers too, but I love the seeds for like seasoning stuff. It's got like a lemony,
So if you
really
pick
good
about
flavor.
like 3 of these, and then a little handful of chiles, and then just boil them up and then blend them in the blender with some onion and garlic. So good. Makes the best chile for your tacos or chile con carne. Really
Throw
good.
some tomatillos in it too.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I should grab some tomatillos too. Looks like I'm making a salsa today. Probably just about 3. And I'm actually going to grab a couple more chiles.
So Christine, I also want to visit your orchard. I love all your fruit trees that you have, and maybe you could show us.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's go. It's all the way on the other side of the property, so
right.
let's take a walk.
Let's go.
It is an almond. This is like a hybrid apple. Like there's all these different types.
Oh, look at how big they are, Christine. Yeah. Are they ready? Yeah. Can you harvest that?
This is like the tree
camera?
that has different.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I kept waiting for them to turn like a pinky color. Because they look so pale, but I picked one and I ate it and it was so delicious.
Could
really
you pick
good.
this one? Right here. This one's.
Yeah, go ahead and pick it.
Oh my gosh.
Make sure it doesn't have a worm. Some of them get worms.
Oh, it's okay. I
Oh,
like
there
worm.
you go.
Oh,
There's
it
your
has
worm. Yeah.
It's okay. I like.
You cut it
Yeah,
off.
I cut it off.
Protein.
Yeah, I don't have a problem just cutting it off and here, move out the way.
Move over.
So, what did you say they were? You said they were
You know,
combination apple.
I'm not real sure. I
Oh, it
know
does say
that
on
I think one of them is one say Granny Smith?
Fuji.
Fuji.
Beverly Hills apple.
Oh, okay. Because these to me look like Granny Smith because they're so round and they have that kind of a rougher skin.
You might want to check on this other tree next to you.
The leaves look curly to you.
Yeah. Maybe your sprinkler's not working or something. I don't know.
Looks like it got watered.
Yeah,
So,
it does look like
It might have like a little, sometimes when they get like a fungus, I think, the leaves will get curly.
Yeah. And this one is.
Yeah, they don't look real good,
Oh,
healthy,
the granny ones. Oh, this is the one I have too. The granny tree.
I noticed too. I have this too. Is that sunburn?
Sunburn. It looks
too?
like sunburn. I think so. This one right here. Because it's still small and it's more tender. Yeah, it's getting sunburned.
It's like some of them do have it. Huh?
Looks like a good one. I think that one's ready, no?
Want to try it?
Yeah. Very nice. There's a lot of apples.
It still probably could
Yeah?
a little bit longer. Yeah. Tastes a little bit green.
Oh, okay.
I know one of the things that somebody showed me is when you know it's ready to pick when it's easy.
Comes off easy.
Yeah, when they come off easy. So sometimes I'll even like shake it
Oh,
to see if it. But I noticed the birds know when it's ready too, and
Right.
so sometimes they get to it before I do. So sometimes I'll pull it a little green and then just let it.
Get it kind of right.
Yeah.
And then this is an Asian pear tree.
Oh, Asian pear.
We got a ton of them.
I feel so bad when the leaves are so heavy and there's just like dragging them down like this. Like, oh, it's gonna break.
Have you ever ate an Asian pear?
I have.
Yeah, they're like they're sugary, very sweet.
Very sweet. Yeah.
And juicy.
Look at that beautiful bunch up there.
Wow. And that limb is pretty strong, huh? All those pears. and
Looks
it's
like
cool.
it, huh?
And this one's over here, dangling.
So I always ask gardeners too, because I've been growing fruit trees for a couple of years, but I really want to do better. So watering, what's your watering schedule look like?
We actually, now that I look at it, does kind of look a little dry. We have this on we have the sprinklers here on a timer, and I know they go on at 6:30 in the morning. I believe they go on at about 12 or 12:30 as well. I mean, it seems to be okay. It seems to be a good watering schedule because we're growing.
So it's twice a day, you said?
We're doing twice a day. Yeah.
For like about, you think? Like,
I would imagine like 12 minutes
Okay.
because I know that's what we set some of our other timers for. So Frank set those. So
You should tell the people about what you heard, and maybe we could start a poll. Where people could
yes.
vote, like what.
the watering
works.
schedule,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Like, what have you had luck with?
Yeah, and especially because it's so dry out here, and we're in California, so water conservation and all this stuff is an issue and stuff like that. So it's like getting that perfect, like just enough water so the fruit tastes good. And so I know somebody that I follow says he waters once a month in the colder months and twice a month in the warmer months. So I've been trying that.
And
I haven't noticed like necessarily a difference because I was watering like every few days, and I know you water differently too.
so I was watering every day, hand watering, and then I saw that my grapes were turning yellow. The leaves were turning yellow, so I started doing some research, and then I saw where they said the same thing, like you said, 2 times a month. But I couldn't do that because it's just been so hot. So I water them every Sunday. But so there's a debate here. I mean, Christine's trees are doing very well, and they're watering twice a day every day, right?
Yep.
And I'm watering once a week, and you're doing it twice a month. So every 2 weeks.
So we'll see which ones.
Yeah, every 2 weeks.
So yeah.
when you do it twice a month, how long are you watering it? How long is it? Is it like a long?
Yeah, so usually I'll like stick my fingers in the ground and kind of see. The other thing I do is I have probably a good 6 to 8 inches of mulch on top of my
that's a good
stuff.
idea.
Not right next to the tree, but a couple
around the
inches
little well.
around.
Yeah.
And that right there
keeps it moist.
keeps it so. I mean,
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, underneath the mulch, it's usually wet, and so I kind of check like, is it still wet, or I kind of gauge the tree. But I'll do like 30 minutes.
Okay.
What I do is I just turn it on, and then I go do everything else, and then I come back and I turn it off. So however long that takes me. So I don't time it like with precision, but it has worked for me. It seems like enough. But the thing is, I know you said your husband kind of checks the watering. If I don't check it, and if something didn't get watered that 1 week, that once, it really struggles to get to the next watering.
I can see that.
So I check the water every time I water, making sure that everything is good. I did have a gopher eat up one of my, because I have drip irrigation. One of them eat it up, and then so the side that was eaten up was getting nothing, and so one of my trees is struggling. But it seems to be working okay, and the mulch helps a lot. So
What are you using for mulch?
I just call, okay, so they have, if you call any tree cutting service, let them know you want wood chips, they have them.
Okay.
And especially like in the fall, you do have to have the space, because they will drop a full truckload of it.
Now I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
because our neighbors get it, like right in front of
Yes.
their
Huge.
front,
Yeah.
fence. I guess
Sure,
buy
they call
it
me
for
when
what
you
they're
need to
good.
harvest. And then we got
And then these are our Bartlett pears. I swear it did not look like this last week when I came out here last week and pulled 5 of them because I thought they were ready, because they came right off and they were rosy. And then as I was walking away, I took a bite of one and I was like, oh no, these aren't ready. So
So I'm guessing that the rosy part is probably again like the sun with the sun.
I know they get a little bit rosy, but that looks even like kind of brown.
And they get bigger, because I have one too, and they get a lot bigger.
Yeah. It's just
You got a lot of harvesting to do.
trials and tribulations. There's always something, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this one over here.
Oh yeah.
These
good
guys
size.
look like they're in the shade more over here, so maybe they're doing a little bit better.
I'm pretty sure all this is. I want to say it's I want to say it's sun damage, but I don't know. I don't see any kind of like webbing, or, like it could be like a mite or.
Sometimes I know this guy. This is a walnut, and the past couple of years he got that. It's called rust, I think. He got it. This is the first year he did not get it.
Wow, Christine, this is the same one that when we bought it the same year.
Yeah.
It looks so good. Mine is still small, but we just planted it in the ground because we had them in. It's still in the pots. Yours is looking really good.
Yeah, this is the first year it's really thriving.
Yeah.
Like I said, the last couple years that it had that, it kept getting that rust.
Actually, mine does have it,
Dying out.
and I thought it was sun damage, but maybe it is that rust stuff.
Yeah.
And this one's another.
And this is
Peach
another
tree?
peach tree. Isn't it funny that they don't look like they're at the stage where they're ready?
Right.
They're same tree, but
We need to go back to your peach tree in the
Yeah.
front, and we need to harvest, because those peaches are so good and they're ready. And I'm guessing there might be a different type, maybe.
I'm not even sure what type this is. So yeah, maybe a different type, and so you harvest them at different times.
How old are most of your trees?
These are probably all about the same age. I would say anywhere from 2 to 4 years.
Look at that bird
2 to 4 years.
eating the fruit.
Oh, he sure is.
No one's bugging him. He's enjoying his apple. So fun.
Oh yes,
And
I
those
see now.
dogs
They say
aren't around.
Sharing is caring. Should we walk back to your peach tree?
Yeah,
and maybe
why
harvest
don't I
some?
get you guys a couple of sacks and you guys can pick some peaches to go.
Okay, yeah.
For sure, yeah. Plenty.
Let's go,
Plenty
guys.
to share. Here, guys, I
So
brought some sacks so we can pick some peaches.
Nice. I'm so excited. It's so good. I can't believe how good they are. And how many you have.
I know. Can you believe this little tree? She's such a giver.
Like, how long do you think you've had it?
This tree was here when we bought the house in 2019. It was here already,
I already
but it
seen
was
one.
like a little. It was just like a little bush, and I was like, "Oh, babe, just pull it out." And he said, "No, we're saving him."
Right.
And he's grown into this. He just
Yeah. I see my
gives
perfect
the
peach.
best.
So pretty. Look at it. Oh, juicy.
And this one came out really easy. That one's like ready. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yum. Very good.
Now I like them warm. Do you like them warm?
Oh, they're so good warm. I like them that way
My
too.
husband wants me to stick them in the fridge, which that's good too. But
The same with my husband, but they just don't know.
Fresh
It's
off
better
the
warm. Well, you guys, I want to thank you guys for joining us again, and we had a great time here at
It was
Christine's.
fun. It was a fun morning. Yeah. Thank you guys.
Make sure you guys come back. We have another tour coming soon.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
we have one planned already, so I'm excited about that one too.
Right, right. And this one's a beautiful one. As you can see, it's small, but very productive. Very well done. Thank you, Christine.
You're welcome.
Good
Thank
job.
you guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I was down, but now I'm